Yes, it is Groundhog Day, and we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Alp. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. We'll take a look at the Pacers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for Detroit, they're finally starting to click. It has been a rough road up until this point, but plenty of games left to make a run at the postseason.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is a champion, but he said, growing up, I never thought about titles. I just wanted to be the best player I could be. When I got to the league, I was listening to all the noise, and it was taking control of my mind. For me, mentally, I have to just focus on my craft. Guys, the results have flown since then.
Clearly. David, thank you. When you know you're on a championship contender group, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year?
Some of that depends on the leadership you have in the locker room. Certain guys have an ability to keep everyone engaged and motivated and also loose and light in that locker room. So it does matter.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Captain Clutch. Freak is out there with Freak. Then it's D. And for the Pistons, they've got Big Daddy. Miller is out there with ABC. And it's the Cobra. Here's Big Daddy. A three ball. No good that time. Pass to Captain Clutch. To the middle. Here's McDonald. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him. You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Here's the Cobra. They grab their own miss. Grimes, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Freak passes to McDonald.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Here's Big Daddy. Lets it go, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And stolen by Hamilton. There's the pass to Big Daddy. Down low. Kicks it to Miller. Out to the right wing. Here's the Cobra. Hands it from downtown. The Cobra's got 5 now.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Pass to Freak. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Freak throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
Well, efficiency is critical, and I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
1:41 left in the first quarter. Here's Kempton. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Puts it up. Again, the Pistons score.
And Hardaway, Penny Hardaway, boy, what a terrific passer he is. Great floor awareness and does an excellent job finding the open man.
The shot's good from Kempton.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Here's Freak. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's 7 points for Freak.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Passes to Freak, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Free throw good, Freak. Pistons trail by 5. Hardaway kicks to Miller. Knocks it loose. Pushing it up. Here's Curry, and Curry throws it down hard.
Seth Curry, nice vertical on display, not settling for the layup, instead throwing it down.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Miller, the pass to Hardaway, lets it go from deep, and Curry pulls it down. Nets leading by 7, floats it up for Curry. Inside, here's the Cobra, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 7. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Well, he's won at the highest levels, and Steph Curry understands what's required to get back to that lofty position.
Stay in the moment and just focus on here and now. We have to follow that kind of game plan. Stay in the moment, do what we do every single night, and go get it.
Well, you hear it a lot, keeping your focus.
And as much defensive attention as Curry commands on a nightly basis, he can't afford a lapse of focus.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Hardaway is out there with D. And it's ABC, and it's the Cobra. That's the group for Detroit right now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
D, he's checked in for Freak. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Takes it inside. The basket counts, and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. And in 2021, we saw Tim Duncan enter the Hall of Fame with others. You think of his iconic bank shot, and Clark, why don't more players, you think, perfect that shot?
Well, you know what? Shots that are that iconic are really hard to master. So I think some legends have just perfected something that few others can master in the same way. That's part of it. And then the other part of it is that the game is so different now. It's a three-point shooting game. You don't necessarily need a signature shot. If you can shoot it from deep and drive it, then you can play in today's NBA.
Ball's knocked loose.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
And that one's good. Freak.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
And he sinks the second. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Pass to D. Poke loose. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Captain Clutches got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And an incredible double clutch dunk. Wow.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Yeah, again, just lackluster transition defense.
And it's blocked. Over to the wing. They need this. And the three ball is good. D's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Brooklyn leading by 12 to the paint. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
On the free throw, no good. And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive, and he'll work 24/7 to make sure he is.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. And Brooklyn making a change here. Freaks checked in. .46 seconds left here in the second.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from D.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Outside for Curry. High post try. Again, the Nets for two.
And Curry calling for the pick and roll and running it with precision. He is a terrific floor general. He knows how to strike the soft spot of an opposing defense. Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets, 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it over.
Thanks. Dwayne, not the night you want so far. What do you see happening out there?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Case, thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have a 13-point lead. And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
They're running the offense beautifully this one, working for good looks. Their confidence looks sky high. It's going to be hard for that defense to disrupt their flow at this point.
Over to Kenny. What you think about Detroit?
We've seen a lack of focus and control for them. They've wasted a number of possessions by turning the ball over. It's simple. The score should be closer if they would protect the rock and make the smart play.
And that'll do it for our half.
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Freak in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the
Get it!
Just attacks the rim.
Oh, what a throwdown there. Man.
That's not what I was expecting.
Me either. I don't think anybody was. Even he didn't know what he was going to pull off on that one. Spectacular.
Takes creativity and spontaneity. The ability to make it up on the fly, that's special.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Freak passes to McDonald.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Got a piece of it. Out to Miller. Here's the Cobra. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. And that's 13 points for the Cobra.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
The pass to Big Daddy. Pistons passing it around. The lead now cut to single digits. And that's 10 points for ABC.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Out to the wing. Here's Freak. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
The Big Daddy passes to the Cobra. To the inside. Here's Big Daddy. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here we we go, one-on-one. And it's blocked. Here's Freak. Sweet move. And the layup is good. Freak's got 4 points in the quarter.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
ABC's checked in for the Nets.
Now into the lineup for the Nets.
Brooklyn leading by 11. Kicks it to Freak. And Freak throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Nice shot by Hamilton.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
ABC's checked in for the Pistons. Hardaway comes in for Miller. Timeout called the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nets.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Curry's release is so quick. As a defender, you can't afford to give him any space. You can't lay off at all.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty.
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish, and Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
20 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Kempton. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one. D passes to Hardaway. Here's the Cobra. That will count. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 18. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return.
Again, we got to get down and get engaged at the end. All right, be precise. Send the ball to the screen. Come across the screen. Focus on the defense again.
There you hear Dwayne Casey asking for more precision on offense and more attention to detail on defense.
Yeah, carry out your assignments on both ends. Do the little things that ultimately make a big difference in the outcome of a game.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. D out there with Hardaway. Then it's the Cobra, and it's ABC. That's the 5. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Goodness. Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
And with the height to see over people and the peripheral vision to do it quickly, Penny with the perfect setup. Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Well, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Detroit making a switch here. Miller's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Freaks checked in for ABC.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him Pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
I tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
And Greg, even then, look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
And we usually see Curry score from further out, but he still has the athleticism to rock the rim. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Tries it from 9, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. A different look here for Detroit. Big Daddy comes in for ABC, and Hamilton subbed in for Hardaway. Knocked away. Here's Captain Clutch.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And here we go, the Pistons fast break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Passes it to McDonald. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the foul called on ABC. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, playing most of your career in the 90s, the game has really changed. Less physical, more skilled, but what role has the league played in all of that change?
Well, the NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to keep thinking forward. And I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow it.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Freak.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Nets leading by 19 points. Pass to McDonald. It's tipped. That one drops for him. D's got 10 points in just the second half.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Hamilton driving in.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Brooklyn.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. And it can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for him.
And what a huge standout performance it was
for D.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
Irving against Hamilton. Inside, Simmons. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
With the drive and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Blake. Another good night of work offensively. How does the team build on this?
Just keep that rhythm. You know, we're not always going to hit shots every night. Some nights the shots aren't going to fall. So just keeping that rhythm, keeping the ball moving, talking on defense, and relying on each other.
Congrats on a great win, Blake. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.